are in the kitchen today with Executive Chefs Dwayne Whitelocke from the Rock Tide Inn here in beautiful Boothbay Harbor. And we are so excited today to be clawing down in the kitchen with our 2014 Judge's Choice 3rd Annual Claw Down winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know it's been almost a month, but how does it feel?
It feels great. I still can't get over it. It's like a dream come true.
Yeah,
So
I know. And
it's
it's been a bit of a
wonderful.
whirlwind since you won it, right?
Yes,
'Cause-
I mean there's so much going on. It's like I'm some kind of celebrity in Boothbay Harbor, so it's.
Well,
it is
I don't know
really
about a
cool.
celebrity, but you're definitely the winner.
Yes.
So you definitely one of the 2 winners at Clawdown, and one of the neat parts about Clawdown this year is that our 2 Clawdown winners get to go compete at the state level for the Lobster Chef of the Year competition October 24th at Ocean Gateway, Harvest on the Harbor. So
Yep.
that's why we're in the kitchen today with Dwayne, because Dwayne's going to show us how he preps this bite from scratch to finish on the plate.
Yep.
And you get to come in the kitchen with us today, and maybe one day before Thanksgiving you could try it out and see if you want to serve it at your table and share it with your friends and family. So Dwayne, tell me a little bit about Clawdown. And I heard that you had such an incredibly busy season this year
Yes.
that you had like 1 day off or something the whole
Well,
season.
for the most part, I worked pretty much 7 days a week, day in,
Right.
day out.
Wow.
I didn't get any day off until September when we close on Mondays.
Yeah.
So I get the day off.
So you were kind of not thinking about clawing down this year with us?
No,
and
actually, it was so busy for me. I didn't, think about entering. But
Yeah.
I spoke with John, and we kind of get it
The GM,
together.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Sullivan. He's a great guy, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate him for giving me this opportunity to prove myself and
Right.
prepare good food. So that's good.
Awesome.
It's a good
So
thing.
tell us about when you made the decision to claw down this year. How did you come up with this Skylar Blue Lobster Popover Bite, which is a signature for Rock Tide Inn, the popovers?
Yes,
That's like
yes.
your brand here.
Yes.
Everyone. How many did you make it in a season?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like each night we do over 180 easily.
Wow.
And they're
180.
huge. They're bigger popovers.
Right.
And we use them, instead of dinner rolls.
Mhm.
And people just rave about it. They keep coming over and over just to get the popovers.
So I tried it at the claw down, and
Yeah.
it literally, it's so flaky, it melts in your mouth. So I know you're not going to show us how to make the popovers from scratch, because that's like a top secret recipe.
All right.
But you are going to show us how you assemble this bite. So,
Yes.
So the bite was this delicious Rock Tide Inn popover, and it had this really lovely, delicate
Yeah.
blueberry cognac jam. So
Yes.
tell us about how you conceived all of that.
It's I decided I wanted to use Maine,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. I mean, blueberries. It's just creams, Maine, lobsters, and
Yeah.
butter. It's just
Mm.
pretty much what I think the
It's
judges
like the
are looking for.
trifecta, right?
Yeah,
Lobster,
so-
butter, and blueberries. But blueberries is an interesting combination, because usually you have to be really careful with that. You never know if you're going to go sweet or savory, and you don't
Yeah.
want it to be too overpowering. But the interesting thing you did with it is the mousseline sauce really
Yes.
cut that sweetness and made it more savory when it
Yes.
melts into that jam
Yeah.
that you had. So tell us about that awesome trick you have with the mousseline sauce.
The mousseline, it's pretty much a hollandaise sauce
Mhm.
mixed in with unsalted whipped cream.
Yeah.
And it's also known as a chantilly sauce.
Yeah.
And it's just creamy, smooth, and silky, and it blends perfect with the lobster and the blueberries. So it's a perfect combination.
Awesome. So are you going to show us how to make it?
Oh, definitely,
All right, so let's get
definitely.
started. So what do we have here today
Well,
in your
today
kitchen?
we have lobster
Yeah.
that I've cooked for 5 minutes
Okay.
in the steamer, and
Mhm.
I've shocked it, and I'm gonna disassemble later on. And we have the blueberry cognac jam here, and I've got like a pound of butter that I'm gonna poach my lobster meat in. And I've
Wonderful.
got
Yeah.
egg yolks, which is for the mussolini sauce, and I've got sugar, some dry blueberries that I dried myself. I'm gonna use it for garnish.
Oh, neat.
And
Okay.
I've got some
what's the green
sweet
stuff?
pea with tarragon and olive oil puree. I'm gonna also use this for garnish, and I've have some apples here, just for garnish.
That's a
Cayenne
nice
pepper,
fall touch. Yeah.
some salt, and
Wonderful.
that's pretty
Awesome.
much it.
So I think I can smell those popovers in the oven somewhere. So you want to
Well-
go get them out for us? Are they almost ready, or should
Actually,
we?
I didn't start my popovers yet.
You didn't start them
not
yet. All right. Well, let's get started.
takes
This
like
is
15
perfect,
minutes,
right?
so
All right. So do you want to show us how you pop them in?
Here's our popovers. It's actually flour, eggs, milk, salt,
Mm-hmm.
baking soda, and milk, and it's mixed in the mixer.
Yeah.
And I just pour it in small Remy cans, and I'm gonna bake for 15 to 20 minutes in the oven.
This
at
is so
350
easy to
degrees.
make at home too. I
It
mean,
is.
it's really
It is
something
really
that we
easy.
can practice at home in our kitchens
Yes,
and maybe be as good
definitely.
as you. I don't know. All right. So
Alright.
let's follow you over to the oven
Okay.
and check it out.
Alright, so it's just 350 degrees, and I'm gonna cook for 15 to 20 minutes, and then they should be golden, crispy, nice and flaky.
So the popovers just got popped into the oven, and we're back in the kitchen here with Chef Dwayne Whitelocke, and he's going to show us how to start off this really, really good blueberry cognac jam. So you want to take us over to the stove here?
Alright,
and-
first we have 2 cups of Maine blueberries. They're frozen, but that's all we can get at this time of year.
Right.
So,
But it's got to be Maine blueberries.
Gotta be
'cause they're-
Maine
Maine
blueberries.
blueberries. All right.
and we just pour that in.
Okay.
And we also have half a cup of sugar here,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna pour right in,
And how much does this make? How much jam? You
like
know?
20 portions.
20 portions?
yeah,
So
20
that's good
servings.
for a whole family at Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's coming over, everyone gets one
And-
popover bite.
Also, we have our cognac Bavassier.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. It's like a half a cup. I'm just gonna use this cup here. It's like drunken blueberries.
Oh, yum. These blueberries are really happy right now. They're singing and I can actually hear it, so they're loving that
Sizzling.
Crevassier. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna put a pinch of salt and fresh squeezed lemon. I'm just gonna take a wedge off here.
Okay. It's interesting to me that, as tart as blueberries can be sometimes, chefs still add more lemon to it and more
Yeah.
Acid to
Yeah,
it,
the
and then the
citrus is-
salt.
it's
Why is
perfect.
that? Why do you do that?
It's the lemon give it a nice citrusy flavor
Yeah.
taste. So it's perfect for blueberries.
Yeah, so
And-
it just kind of takes it to
Yeah,
the next
enhanced
level.
flavor.
Enhanced flavor.
So yeah, just gonna squeeze that in. And I'm just gonna let this reduce for like 15-20 minutes, and it's gonna get nice and thick from the pectin in the blueberries.
Yep.
So it's
And the cognac.
and the
will
cognac
kind of.
and the sugar.
break
just
it
get
all
yeah,
down.
nice and then at the very end, I'm gonna give it a nice little buzz with a hand blender, so it just get thicker.
Thickens up.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then this is what the finishing thing would look like.
Oh wow.
Nice and thick.
Yeah, that
And
is thick.
it's not that it's just pulse a little bit, so it's not that smooth.
Yeah.
I wanna have like pieces
Some
of blueberries.
texture,
yeah.
so you know that you're eating blueberry jam.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so-
Now, when you make this, is it good to use the day of, or should
Oh,
you make
yes.
it a couple of days before and kind of refrigerate it and just let it sit there?
Yeah, well, for this, I mean, the longer you keep it, it's better. It's like it's
Yeah.
pure with that cognac and lemon juice and salt.
Yeah.
It's like a jam. You can
Yeah.
have jam for months without, getting bad.
Right.
So I'm just gonna set this here, heat it up.
Wonderful. Can I try a little bit of that?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
And
Wow. See, now that's already savory. It doesn't taste as sweet as I thought it was going to
no, it's
be. And is that the cognac and the salt? And
yes. And I
Wow.
try not to put that much sugar so it doesn't
Right.
get too sweet,
too
like
sweet,
desserty.
higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
you're
just-
gonna have to start bottling that up
Oh,
for
yes.
Upside In,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Put it with
we're-
breakfast and
yeah.
brunch and
We're
everything.
planning to have a small bite next year on
Yeah.
the next summer on the menu, so people can get to try it out.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Yeah.
So
Great. So okay. So what's the next
So,
step? So we got our jam going.
the next step, we have our butter here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put this on medium heat and let it melt away.
Okay.
And
And we're gonna get ready for the lobsters, right? 'Cause
Yes.
We're gonna poach them in that
Yep.
butter. Awesome.
so just gonna have this in. Oops, there we go.
Awesome.
Alrighty. So these two are going pretty good. Now
All right, so
I'm gonna break my lobsters apart. It's pretty easy. I just take the tails out and I squeeze together and then I pull apart. Oops, might get a little messy there. And this is enough for 4 portion. I cut this in
Okay.
4 equal parts.
yeah,
So
about an ounce each.
Yeah, about
in the
an ounce
tail,
each,
So
yeah.
about 4 ounces.
all right, so I'm just gonna take my paring knife here and make an incision and take that vein out. Usually there's,
Right, you just
Okay,
want to clean that up
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah,
and then I just rinse it a little bit,
right.
fresh water, just to clean all that stuff off.
Clean
of
it up, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do too much rinsing because
No,
that's the
that's
taste
the
of the
flavor,
lobster.
yeah.
Right, right.
So I'm just gonna cut this in 4 equal parts, about an ounce each.
Okay. That's a really nice, generous
Yeah, and
piece
it's not
of
cooked
lobster.
all the way through because I'm gonna poach in the butter
Okay.
and bring it up to.
So how do you know when to take them out then? You know, if you said they're not cooked all the way through, how do you know when
cook
a
it
lobster's
like
not
between. I
cooked?
poach it on really low flame for like 90 seconds or
Okay.
so.
So,
it's
the butter's kind of warm,
yeah,
but not
just to warm it up a
hot.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
At the end, I'm gonna just toss that in the butter. It's ready for action.
Yeah, that is
All right.
ready to go.
So I'm just gonna turn this off. This is ready also.
Okay.
And then our Mussolini sauce.
Now, what's a mousseline sauce?
It's pretty much it's a hollandaise sauce, and
Okay.
you add whipped cream, unsalted whipped cream, and it just mellows it out.
Okay, so it's
So-
different from the hollandaise
It is
sauce in a
different.
bit, and
It is-
so it's
it
also
is a
known
lot
as
different.
chantilly
Chantilly sauce, yeah.
sauce, right?
So
And it's much more delicate.
It
I
is.
found on your bite,
Yep.
it really assembled well with the blueberry
It
jam.
works very
so
well.
It didn't compete with it, which is awesome. All right, so let's show us how to make it.
well, I have 4 egg yolks here. I'm just gonna pour that into a bowl. Then I have some butter. Usually they make a hollandaise sauce over a double broil,
Okay.
hot water,
Yeah.
and you whip until it gets nice and thick.
Right.
But I usually I learned this new trick from a friend, John Reed,
Yeah.
at Fisherman's. We just pretty much cut the butter up, put it in the eggs.
So this is a shortcut you're teaching
Yeah,
us.
it's a shortcut.
So this is what the chefs do in the back kitchen, so they save themselves a lot of time, right?
Yep.
Because there's only so many hours in the day. So this is awesome.
Yeah, I pretty much add all my ingredients. Some salt,
You've got butter, salt,
a pinch of
eggs.
cayenne pepper,
Mm,
get some heat in there,
okay.
and then I'm gonna do some fresh lemon.
You got the lemon
Juice,
again.
yep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna squeeze that.
I think it adds that brightness,
Yeah.
right, to it when you're on your palate.
And then I'm just gonna whip this over really low heat. And I gotta keep whipping because if I stop, it's gonna break and become like scrambled eggs. So
Okay,
I just keep
so-
whip away until
Okay.
it's all incorporated together.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So over here,
I think we've got some butter ready to go too. Do you want me to
Yeah.
pop those lobster
lobster.
chunks in there?
We're gonna wait until we're almost closer to assembling
Okay.
the popovers. So I'm just gonna
So
mix
this
it
is usually done over a double boiler.
over a double
Yeah.
boiler. But this is faster, quicker, and easier for me.
Yeah.
But it's pretty tricky because if you stop, it's just gonna become like scrambled eggs,
Right.
and you don't want that.
Yeah,
You want-
definitely. Maybe for brunch, we're doing a Skylar lobster popover bite at brunch at Rock Titan, but not for the Harvest on the Harbor competition,
Yeah.
right?
So, yeah.
So, explain to us how you got into this awesome, different kind of cooking. Because you grew up in Jamaica,
Yes, I do.
and your favorite meal actually is a spicy chicken
I
curry.
love curry, green
Yeah,
curry
green
and
curry.
coconut cream,
Yeah.
so delicious. And my mom, I think she makes the best curry ever.
Aw.
And I've been eating curry for a long time since I
Yeah.
was a boy growing up.
Yeah.
And I get into the hotel industry, and I learn different cuisine, a little bit of French,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of Italian, and it's just I try to take in as much as possible and move forward so I can master it a little bit. So
And I think one of your best assets as a chef, as I've come to know you and your food and your cooking, is that you take and you source from all over you know, all over the country, wherever
Yeah.
you've worked in some of the best kitchens and some really talented chefs. And then you've sort of all made it your own now.
Oh,
so
yes. Oh,
winning
yes.
this lobster competition was really big for you because it kind of puts you on the map,
Oh yeah,
right?
it's huge. It's like a dream, honestly.
Yeah.
I never thought I would really win the lobster throwdown. It's amazing, and it actually gives me the opportunity to enter into something bigger. It's
Right.
amazing. It's wonderful.
Yeah, well, you have signed up. You're going to Harvest on the Harbor on Friday. So, yes, you are going to the big leagues, my friend. So, and we're going to be right there with you. But now all our wonderful folks watching this can know how much work and prep it takes to get ready for a competition of that, you know, that level and root for you guys.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome.
It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. To have a good time. I mean, I'm gonna have the support of the owner here from Rockside, John Sullivan.
And your
So-
local Chamber of Commerce,
I'm
too,
a
by the
local
way. We're all going to
chamber.
be there. And
You
Channel
guys are
7
awesome,
TV
just so
and the
you
Boothbay
know.
Register. So we're all going to be there rooting for you and Steve and Margaret McClellan. We have 3 chefs, by the way, going to Harvest on the Harbor, right from our region. So, boy, what a way to put us on the map, right?
That's amazing. It's a
amazing.
wonderful thing for
It
Boothbay
really
Harbor.
is, yeah. And it's
Really?
great to have something like Crawdon that gives you that opportunity
Yes,
to
yeah.
get into Harvest on the Harbor. So it's great. Wow, look how
So,
quickly
yep.
that came together.
Multiplying together really nice and getting nice and thick. It can get really thick. So I'm gonna get it as thick as possible because I'm gonna fold the whipped cream inside and then it's gonna
Oh,
just
okay.
loosen it up a little bit.
Wow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I'm in the kitchen and I'm trying to prep this, I'm going to get a little nervous because there's so many different parts to this and I want to make sure I don't overcook the lobster or make scrambled eggs with my
Yeah.
mousseline sauce. So what would be your best tip as a chef for us at home when we're trying to
Make the well
put the
for
bites
this first of all for the mousseline cream sauce here, I would recommend for you to do it over double broil because it's
Okay.
easier
All
and
right.
it's
So,
But,
yeah.
it's pretty basic. I mean, if you've been around with lobster,
Mm-hmm.
you can cook your own lobster. You can buy your own lobster meat from the local lobster
Right.
man. But it's pretty simple, pretty basic.
Yeah. And it's very velvety and
Yeah.
I think that's what I was tasting when I tried the bite. It was just a kind of very soft delicate touch
Yeah.
over the
It
lobster.
is. It
So,
works perfectly with the popover.
Oh,
The
yeah.
nice and flaky popover is just
mm,
amazing. So we're at a good little
that looks
texture
great.
there.
Yeah.
So over here, I'm gonna just add my unsalted whipped cream.
Okay. Unsalted?
Unsalted
So
whipped
basically
cream.
right out of the
Yeah,
thing and
unsweetened,
you just...
unsalted, yeah.
Wow,
So it's,
okay.
it's just pretty much heavy cream
Mm-hmm.
whipped together and becomes whipped cream.
Awesome.
And I think I hear the timer on our popovers. They should
Yes,
be ready.
I do. Okay.
So I'm just gonna put like that much.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna gently whip that in.
So it's okay if those popovers sit for a couple of minutes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Because right now I can imagine myself being in my kitchen going, oh my God, the popovers, they're gonna get burnt. And I've got all this stuff going on, so I think we need to hang out a little more so I can get more comfortable in my kitchen with all these intricate techniques we've got going on here.
Nice and creamy and smooth. And now I'm just
Very
gonna
nice.
taste it, and maybe I need to add a little bit more salt or
Right.
some lemon juice to it. So
Yeah. I love that you taste your food. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
I think I can do a little bit more salt.
Okay, so let me try that to see why you think you should, because I would not know. You're right.
Yep.
I taste that lemon though,
Yep,
but
needs a
you got
little
the
bit
lemon
more
right on the spot.
salt.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna add a little bit more cayenne pepper just to get.
That's the Jamaican in
heat.
you, man. That spice coming out. You can't help it, right? I know.
All right, so I think that should be in a good place.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
Now we were here filming Dwayne a while ago because Dwayne was on Food Wars, and
Yes.
that's airing in April. And I can't tell you how impressed the chefs were who were throwing him down on Food Wars, that how many times he tasted at every step of the way, and it's crucial because you never
It is
know.
very, yeah.
Sometimes just a little bit of salt here and there can make all the difference. And
Huge
that's-
difference. Yep.
Yeah, and that's what makes you a prize-winning chef, I guess, huh? All right, so
Award-winning.
let's go over
All right,
to the
so,
popovers.
yeah. Nice and golden crispy, puffy. I'm just gonna add more butter to tone it down.
So while we were chatting, of course, when we went to get the popovers, the butter got a little overheated. So you don't want to put your lobster in there. You got to make sure you check it's not too hot. So this is all real life stuff. This is what happens in the kitchen, and that's where we're sticking with a good chef right here, because he's got all the tricks of the trade, right?
Yep.
So just add more butter and,
Just add more
bring
butter.
it down and turn it down. And
Get it back to get it really tender.
awesome. Do you want to put the lobster?
Yeah. Okay, at this point we're gonna add our lobster just for a little bit, so they can poach up really nice.
Nice. Is that unsalted or salted butter? Does that
It's
make a difference?
unsalted. butter.
Unsalted.
Yes.
Okay.
And for me, I love my lobster like this. I don't like nothing to overwhelm in my lobster.
Right, because it's such sweet meat,
Yeah,
and
it's
then you
just
get too
nice
salty,
and-
you can't taste how sweet and tender
Yeah.
that meat is. Yeah.
nice and delicate.
So like 2 minutes, maybe?
Maybe like 90 seconds or so.
90 seconds. All right. So I'll
And,
try to keep an eye on that if I'm
all
not
right.
talking too much. But
Okay.
okay, let's see those popovers.
Oh,
Wow.
look at these.
Look
Oh my
at them.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Wow. They are absolutely beautiful.
I should be able to just pop these out.
Wow. So do we work with them when they're hot, or do we let them sit and settle for a little bit?
Well, I usually work with them, like warm.
Yeah.
So it's not. We want to serve it hot, as hot as possible.
Right, because
You
it
don't
just
wanna-
melts in your
yeah.
mouth. It's so flaky and yummy.
If you touch that, you can feel it crispy.
Oh yeah, you
It's
got
nice
that
and
nice
flaky.
crust on
Yeah.
top. That's nice.
So what I do is usually I just take it out and I just cut the top off.
Okay.
Let's do it on this plate.
Wow, look at that. It's ready for all that
Perfect.
lobster in there.
In the middle.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna make a plate here. Do you mind grabbing
No,
a
not
plate?
at all. Here you go.
Again, we got the sweet pea. It's like a stabilizer, the sweet pea. It
Yeah.
helps to keep the popover in place.
I'm really liking this plating compared to the big one, you know?
Yeah,
I think
I like it better too.
so much more elegant, and the judges will just love that they can just take it and sink their teeth into it. They're going to love that.
Alright, so just a little bit
And a
of this.
little bit of blueberry, just that hint. I love that. Oh, it's so good.
And then our chantilly cream sauce.
Oh.
This is a magic touch.
I love that sauce.
All right.
John said he could drink it like a soup.
And then onto the dry blueberries on the side.
Yeah. Let's get that apple in there.
Then
Oh, beautiful.
sweet.
Dwayne,
Nice.
thank you so
My
much
pleasure.
for having us in your kitchen today.
My
This
pleasure.
was
Anytime.
just such a treat for all of us to see how much work goes into it and to look at all the genius that went into putting this bite together. I think it's going to be a huge hit in Portland, and we're all excited to be there with you and Steve and Margaret on Friday at Harvest on the Harbor's Lobster Chef of the Year 2014, and we will get back to you on who the winners are. But right now, we're all winners in this kitchen because
Oh,
this is
yes.
good stuff. So,
Thank you.
can we try it?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, so the best part about this thing is that you can really eat it
Oh, yes.
like a bite. So I'm going to chow down into it.
Please.
So, mm. Mm.
Oh,
Mm. 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 Wow.
that's delicious, huh?
Mm. That's worth looking like a mess on camera for. Believe me, it is amazing. Oh my God. That is delicious. So you can really taste that lovely poached lobster in that butter. Then it kind of mixes in with the blueberries
Oh,
and
yes.
the chantilly mousseline sauce, and then you have that crunchy popover that
Popover,
melts
wow.
in your mouth. That's a winner, my friend.
Thank you.
See you on
Thanks for having
Friday.
me.
We're gonna go win bake.
Oh, yes. Big time.
Awesome.
Take
Great.
it home to Boothbay Harbor.
That's right. Bring it back home.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, maybe next summer when you guys open, if you're a big lobster Skylar fan, you can come in here and ask Chef Dwayne to make one of these for you because
Oh,
it's going to be on the menu, right?
Definitely.
Awesome.
For
Just
sure.
ask for the winning clawdown bite, the judge's choice winning bite,
Oh,
right?
yes. Award-winning lobster
Or
bite.
the winning lobster bite at Harvest on the Harbor. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dwayne. This was
My
such a
pleasure.
treat.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Best of luck.